But anyway, without further ado, welcome to the Darren Green Show. I'm your host, Darren Green. This is episode 149. It's just me. We're going to make some announcements and we're going to get into the topics, okay? The only announcement that I have to make is just to address my listeners that, the reason why I haven't been on for a minute, I haven't been on this entire month, actually. This is like the last month of November. And I haven't been on because school, college, there's a lot that's going on. There is a lot that's happening in the course of me, working out my classes. Trying to make sure I end strong, trying to make sure I graduate, first of all. And this semester has been kicking me in the damn ass. It has been kicking me in the ass. And it's just a lot that's going on. And I'm working on other things. I'm working on the podcast. I'm the podcast producer of the Gothic Times, and I have to do all this other. The Gothic Times is like a newspaper club that's in my college town. Let me tell you something. A lot of this stuff, and I'm gonna tell you this. I know I said this before, and I'm gonna say this again to my listeners that are just getting into college or is thinking about college. Do your gen eds first. Do those gen eds first. I know it's going to feel like, and it's going to be an extension to high school, like 13th grade, because you're doing all the stuff that you did with, English and math and all that. Do it on your first semester so that the only thing you got to worry about is your major courses, which is going to be fun. Yeah, this semester is not fun for me. This academically, it's one of the worst semesters I've ever been in, but this is the bed that I have to lay in, and I will promise myself that I will never put myself in stress like this ever again, because this could have been avoided. But that's besides the point. You know, I'm here today, and another announcement I'm going to make. This is it. Being that I'm working on a lot of things with college and all this other stuff, this is going to be the last episode of the year. Yeah. So I just wanted to come on and talk to you guys about it, and also give y'all some hot topics of what's been going on, what I've been thinking about, certain topics that had conspired this week. And it's just going to be me, man. And there's going to be more announcements in the next coming episodes, preferably next year. Some changes is going to happen with the show, some format changes. I don't want to get into it too much because I'm still deciding what I want to do with this show, but just know that there will be changes. Okay. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I think, and the reason why I said that quote in the beginning, the Nikki quote, is because I feel like I have been doing this show, and I'm gonna go to top because I know y'all care about the topics. We're gonna get into it. If y'all want to hear the topics, go ahead and skip to this because this is a pre-record anyway. But when I made that quote in the beginning of this show, when I started recording, it's like literally like I feel like I've been doing the show during a lot of stuff. Like I was working on, I was in class, I was trying to make sure this was correct, and my mental space was not there, and I was doing the show and I was not liking the show. I don't know how y'all feel about the show. I don't know how y'all feel about the episodes that had came out, but I didn't like these episodes, and I'm a perfectionist. So if I don't like it, I think y'all don't like it. So it's I had to really sit down and if you really love it, you have to let it go for now. And I'm gonna let this podcast go. Just for the rest of the year. Just for the rest of the year. And I'll come back probably mid-January and we'll figure out what we're gonna do for that. But anyway, we're definitely gonna get more live panels because I felt that me talking about Insecure last episode, if y'all was tuned in last episode, was interesting. I love talking to other YouTube creators and have these panel discussions, and it's gonna be more of that and a lot of different topics as well. Now, it's not gonna always be like movie or series reviews, but it's gonna be like, I wanna have like, I'm not like the grapevine or anything like that, but like I wanna do something like that where it's not all the time, but it's sometimes I want to get with creators and have a conversation with them because I love talking to people. And I think it's working far as how it's going with the views and stuff like that. So be up on that. And without further ado, let's get into these hot topics because I like when it's just me, I like to get right into it. because I want to get into these topics and I'm gonna go ahead and leave and then, you know. But one thing I do want to talk about, y'all. Did y'all watch the AMAs this week, last Sunday? Well, neither did I. Um, did y'all hear about that defamation lawsuit between Cardi B and Tasha K? Child, let's get into it. Let me read these notes, y'all. So, Cardi B's STD test results have been requested by a federal judge in the defamation lawsuit against vlogger Tasha K, who Bronx rapper has accused of spreading false rumors that she has herpes. I mean, how embarrassed is this? This is very embarrassing. Like, what? I don't know if I'm more embarrassed for Cardi or Tasha K because this lawsuit is stupid. You know what I'm saying? And Tasha, you know that woman ain't got no dang, you know what? You know she ain't got no herpes. What were you thinking when you said that? You weren't thinking, of course. And this is why when I I'm still like a new vlogger, commentator, shit talker, whatever you want to call it. But I know how to say alleged when it needs to be said. And honey, you don't say alleged enough, Miss Tasha K. You've been around for way too long. Okay. Let this be a learning lesson to anyone that's trying to get into this business that you have to say alleged and you have to speak your topics wisely because it's once you get to a certain point, and I know this because of TikTok. I remember I made this little POV joke, right? It was like, Hollywood defending, and this is my one little tangent, but it was like Hollywood defending Zendaya if she ever took the role for Cicely Tyson, right? It was a joke. Like it was like, because a lot of movies and films in Hollywood, they use lighter skinned people for their, movies and stuff like that when it's really originally for dark skinned roles. But like I said, I made a little joke. I said this is gonna be them when they try to cast Zendaya as Cicely Tyson. And people was like, oh my God, is it true? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I'm like, calm down. This is a POV. This is a what if scenario. but but like when you have a platform, and I have like 7K followers on TikTok, people will believe you, and you have a platform. So when you sit there and you get on your platform and you say that this woman has herpes, people are inclined to believe it. And Cardi always gonna respond to people. She's always gonna come back at people, and she sued your ass for defamation. Like there is no tangible proof. All you have is a couple pictures that could have been edited of her lip or her behind or whatever. Because I don't even remember which one it was. I'm like, y'all need to stop. And Sasha K, you've been coming for Cardi for too long. Too long. Well, here's the thing. The herpes test will play a big role in determining the outcome of the lawsuit, as a negative test would support Cardi's case that Tasha K's STD allegations were false, which must be proven to win the defamation lawsuit. So basically, and everyone's thinking, oh, Tasha K got this because with the T is Cardi B she went to UCLA or whatever to get the blood test done, but Tasha K's lawyers are requesting that this be done on video and that to confirm that this is Cardi's actual blood, because Cardi's a blood test and all this other stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, they lawyers is real thorough. They gonna get it. They gonna get it. But my thing is, if Cardi B just if she's willing, you get what I'm saying, to get tested, she probably don't got herpes. You get what I'm saying? Like she probably don't got it. Like, she's very confident in this case. So it's obvious that, honey, y'all are really grasping at straws and people really saying Tasha K winning. How? Because when they find out that she ain't got it, then you lost and you owe money. Like Tasha K really needs to start thinking before she gets into this space. She's been around longer than I have. Look, and this is just one creator speaking to another creator. You got to make sure your shit is legit. I don't understand, and I don't get the animosity that she has against Cardi. Like I get it, like you're, you know, you talked about her, and then she probably came at your ass back, and you probably didn't like that, so you know took it personal. And every time you get into a topic with her, it gets to that point. But you have to have some type of decorum, and I understand this is not like real journalism. This is we're YouTube people. We're on the internet talking about people, but there has to be some type of code of ethics. Like to sit there and say someone has herpes with no tangible proof, and this is not the only time Tasha K has said things that she didn't back with. She didn't say allege, or she has no facts. She just has these little bugs in her ear, or these people that's giving her these topics. And I'm like, honey, you are, once you lose your credibility, yeah, people gonna watch you, because people gonna watch. The reason why people watch you is because you tear people down. Like you're very exploitative, which I understand. That's what you got to do when you're out here doing hot topics and stuff like that. That's what a lot of people do. But like, at least have some type of facts to it. You get what I'm saying? You'll never elevate. You'll always be on YouTube if you're if you're trying to elevate. Some people like where they are. But I'm just saying, it's just mm-mm. You gonna lose, honey. You gonna lose today. And speaking of alleged and using that word, I got to talk about Wendy Williams, because I'm really worried about her. Hold on, let's get this page up. Happy. Oh damn, hold on. I'm really worried about her because there's a lot of reports that's come out about her well-being and all that stuff. Her brother spoke out and said some things. People on the internet saying some things. We got to get into a couple of topics because there's a couple of layers to this story. First of all, according to reports, Wendy Williams has lost blood circulation in her legs and feet, which is making her unable to walk. Because of this, she's also suffering other, ailments. And it's also alleged that she's suffering with early stage dementia. This is not good. It's not good. I heard about this story. I think Ricky Smiley, one of his I think creators or curators or something like that, broke the story. I wasn't sure about it because I didn't hear Shade Room talk about it. I didn't hear Lovey Scott or any other places that are reputable, like verified sites. They started to pick up later on because I guess people were still trying to confirm things. But I started seeing more and more people talking about this. Now, there has been reports of her brother Tommy speaking out directly, saying that he doesn't know of this to be true. Essentially, here's what he said: "We haven't heard any alerts like that, and I haven't seen anything like that or have any conversations with her that would lead me to believe that. We routinely go up and check on Wendy, even though we're down in Florida. I try to make it up there, and my dad speaks with Wendy frequently, so no, I don't have any concerns concerning her mental state. It's all physical, whatever that means." Let me tell you something about this brother. This brother is not trustworthy. I'm sorry. He's the same person that was like, "Oh, she didn't go to the funeral. She only went to the viewing and everything, and then she went right back, and they had like a tumultuous relationship. Wendy like completely cleared his ass on his show because he was like going back and forth with her on social media. And to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in the loop of things. I'm sorry. Like, bruh, like you got too much. You and her, y'all like oil and water. So I'm sorry, and there was some people that's in my comments talk about some. Oh, well, he said it, so I think it's untrue to say. No, I don't trust him. I really don't. I don't. Now, if the other siblings talk, if the father makes a statement, then we'll be like, okay, so maybe this is true. But other than that, no, I don't believe a word you're saying. You like not to say you a clout chaser, but that's what a lot of people saying. Child, you was a clout chaser. Anybody? No. Mm-mm. 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 Everything is alleged too. I said allegedly because there was some people in the comments saying stop spreading fake news and this and that there. Girl, first of all, I said allegedly, and I ain't the only one that broke the story. Just because I broke the story on TikTok don't mean nothing. Okay, now it makes sense though. It make it sad. As sad as that sounds, it makes sense because her cognitive skills in the last couple episodes she was in, it just wasn't there. You know, sis was slurring her words. She was getting the topics wrong. People had to help her. Like, it just makes sense that something is going on with Wendy. And if it's the dementia part, it really, I was like, I don't know. This is new. I could believe that she's wheelchair bound because of the lymphedema. I mean, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. She wasn't able to wear like heels or anything like that. She had to wear like sneakers. And there was even parts in the show where they wouldn't show her do her famous, walk to the couch or whatever. She just appeared there. Like, yeah, I mean, it's very possible. And I think her show is not going to last either. I think that a lot of people are talking about her potentially preparing to depart the show. And her producers are shopping around for different hosts to take over. Many people are saying it could be Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd is definitely looking for a show of her own. And they also said the couple episodes that she was on, ratings were higher than when Wendy was on it. I'm like, okay, what's going on with that? People saying, people talking about Nick Cannon and all that. I'm like, child, Nick Cannon's show is numbers are fledgling, so I don't see him getting on it. To be honest, and I think this might be an unpopular opinion because I know a lot of people love Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd is an interesting character, but she doesn't give it up like Wendy. She doesn't give it up like Wendy. If they're gonna replace Wendy, I think, and I was on live with some other people on my Instagram, and we all agreed to this, but Bevy Smith. Bevy was she did like it wasn't Fashion Police, but it was like some kind of fashion show where they like discussed like different fashions on Bravo and stuff like that with Lawrence and the people from Atlanta. But like I think she could do that. I think she would be interesting. I don't. She doesn't have as much, let's say, clout as a Sherry Shepherd, but I definitely feel like I think Sherry Shepherd plays it too safe. I think she's gonna get very political, as far as talking about politics and not hot topics. We need someone that's gonna do hot topics. Okay. People that miss that slot, because that's essentially what you need. That slot is being used for like certain like people watch and stuff like that. So I think okay, well let me tell you that. People we're gonna have to someone's gonna have to replace Wendy. And a lot of these celebrities that are trying to start their own talk shows, I feel like the problem with a lot of these new talk shows is that everybody wants to play it safe. Don't nobody want Wendy's. People want Wendy's slot, but don't nobody want to do Wendy's job. They ain't got the heart. They don't want to piss off their friends because some of them are celebrities. And I've always said I don't like celebrities doing our shit, commentating. You get what I'm saying? Because they play it safe with all their friends. Child, my computer about to whole die. Honey, my computer was about to whole die. I seen that thing. I'm like, oh snap, I forgot. Anyway, they're not gonna come for their friends. That's why Nick Cannon show anybody talk what you got to talk about. And I'm not saying like every talk show needs to be about like celebrity gossip and stuff like that, but we're gonna need a substitute. If Wendy's not gonna be there, there's going to have to be somebody that's going to give us these hot topics because that's just what it is. I wouldn't want to see that show go to a political commentator show or Drew Barrymore or other. Like it's gonna be some big shoes to fill. And I think if they go with Bevy she may not appear to be interesting enough. But when you put her with Lawrence and the people from, I forgot their names, Miss J or whatever. Like that would be that. Now, them hot topics, let's be very clear. Let's be very clear. We just need someone that's going to be like that. One other thing that I wanted to talk about with this whole Wendy debacle situation, right? There was a lot of people in my comments on TikTok, Instagram, some on YouTube that were saying that this is bad. This is karma for Wendy because all the years of talking about people and exploiting people, this is karma. She deserves it, and all this other stuff. I need y'all to fall back. I'm gonna need y'all. I'm gonna need y'all to fall all the way back because that's not what this is. I think because a lot of y'all be doing the same thing as Wendy though. Like, could we really talk about it? Like, I feel like a lot of y'all do the same thing as Wendy. Y'all just mad because she made it into her business. You know what I'm saying? She says what people are thinking. A lot of y'all be doing this whole gossip thing, telling your friend, "Ooh, look about this person, talk about that person behind this person back." Now Wendy does it, and she makes a living off of it. It's certainly a problem. Nah, don't get mad at her because she was the real one. I'm sorry. In comparing to like all the other, when you think about like internet famous type YouTube bloggers, there's a few that gives it up like Wendy does it. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to give my props to Jason Lee. I have to give my props to other shows like Tasha K when she's not lying or making up things. People like Armand Wiggins, definitely, they give it up. You get what I'm saying? If they were to ever get up to that point, I would say they should run the show. They should run this a lot. Definitely Jason Lee though, because I can see Jason Lee. But honey, let's be clear, people. The people that saying karma is the same people that be going around talking about this girl, this boy, that boy. So what are y'all saying? What are y'all really talking about? Like y'all just this woman has been doing her job for years. And my thing is a lot of y'all was watching it. It's a lot of people because look, it wasn't people in my generation because I understand a lot of people on TikTok don't like Wendy because it was that rapper, that famous TikToker that died, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, I got more followers than him on Instagram." Like it was a weird ass take. I'm not gonna lie. Wendy has said some weird ass shit that I did not agree with. Okay, I think Wendy is the type of person that gives it like everybody can get it, and that's what I respect about her because it's not just. I feel like yeah, certain YouTubers they give it up and they they get into topics and stuff like that, but it's like they never do it to the people that's nice to the show, the people that come on do their little interviews so they can get a little bit of clout off of that, and then they'll never make stories about them ever again. See, I don't want to ever get to that point if I ever get big. Like, no, I'm giving very much Wendy Williams. I will talk about you before you come on my show. Hello. So please give me all the mess, honey. You can argue me down, you can read me down when you get on the show, but no, I'm gonna talk about you if you put yourself in the limelight, and that's what I liked about Wendy, and I think it's really going to be hard for her shoes to be filled because everybody wants her spot. Don't nobody wants her job. They don't want to do what she does, and I think that's going to be the problem because anybody. I'm sorry, I don't care how much more ratings Sherry Shepherd has, and I love Sherry Shepherd. I like her on The View. I don't see her doing this. It was the Sherry Shepherd show. What is she going to talk about? I don't know. I really don't know. But tell me what y'all think in the comments. If y'all watching this on YouTube. Anyway, I want to move on to Doja Cat. I feel like I gotta talk about Doja Cat because I feel like a lot of y'all really be y'all really be coming for her. Like, what's going on with my good sis? Let's see what the headlines is saying, child. Let's see what the headlines is saying. Ooh. Well, both Jasmine Sullivan and Doja Cat are making headlines and trending on social media because Jasmine Sullivan fans are outraged that Doja Cat won favorite R&B at the AMA Awards. Doja Cat's also received the AMA for favorite female R&B artist and an award for an R&B album. I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, on TikTok, just all around the internet talking about Doja Cat and why the girl is not R&B. It's like one year she's getting awarded for rap songs, and then this year she's getting awarded for R&B. Like, and people are coming for Doja Cat. Look, here's my thing. I don't think Doja Cat is to blame for all of this. I really don't. I think, and which has been happening to a lot of artists, like a Rihanna, hell, a Whitney Houston. You get what I'm saying? Like, these people have done pop music. Okay, this is Doja Cat's Planet Her is pop. She rapped a little bit, whatever, but she's pop. Why is she not in the pop categories? Is my question. It makes no sense, and I don't think it has nothing to do with Doja Cat, unless she's submitting her music to. But you don't submit your music, not to the AMAs, right? I don't believe you submit your music. I think that's only the Grammys. But no, I mean, even if you do, you don't submit in a specific category. There we go. You submit your music, and then they place you in the category. That's how I believe most award shows, including the Grammys, work. So they're putting her in the R&B charts, in the R&B categories, which is a problem because she is not R&B, and it's taking the awards away from the artists that really do R&B. Jasmine Sullivan is pure R&B. I don't care what nobody says. That's what it is. Her music is great. This happened a year ago, with a couple years ago, with the Soul Train Awards. Ari Lennox was upset because she didn't get an award, a Soul Train Award. She lost over Lizzo, and Lizzo, I don't care how you dice or the slices, she popped too. Yeah, these categories is not is and that's a black award show too. But anyway, back to the AMAs. My whole thing is, and I said this before too on another live, I think that these people, these palm folk, if you know what I mean, are placing black artists in black categories because they're black. Like, when you're a black artist, you're either a rapper or an R&B singer. Like, you can never be pop, you can never be rock, country, whatever. And artists like Doja Cat and like a Lil Nas X, they're coming into the game doing multiple things at the same time. Which, when you do multiple things, I mean, pop music, popular music. So they're not, you know, they should be considered pop. You know, I think that it's really weird that they're being placed in R&B because nothing about Planet Her is R&B. Love Planet Her. I love Hotels. I think they should have gave the award to Jasmine Sullivan. I think they should have but see, the thing that's, and another reason why I feel like they're not putting them in the pop charts, because they know if they put these black artists in these pop charts, they'll beat the Olivia Rodrigos, the Billie Eilish. Because let's be clear, ain't nobody was streaming Billie Eilish album. Ain't nobody was. I can't say that about Olivia Rodrigo. She is that girl. I can't say that about her. But I'm just saying, if they put a Doja Cat in a pop category, oh, she dominating, and they don't want that because they want to make sure the white artists are getting awarded and the black artists are getting awarded. And the only way to do that is to always just jam black artists, no matter what genre they are, in rap or R&B. And that's a problem. And they do it with the black. They do it with the black award shows as well. I think I came for Oh my god, I don't know why my stomach just started hurting now. They didn't award certain artists, and I think they need a black pop award. Like, I think they need a pop section because there's multiple, like, artists. Black artists should be able to dominate in any genre that they want to, and it shows that still to this day there's problems with it. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think in the comments about it, y'all. Anyway, speaking of the AMAs and all that awards show, we got the Grammy nominations list. I want to look through it real quick. Let me go ahead and save this. And I think that's going to be the last topic that we talk about. Like I said, these, when it's just me, we go by real quick. Okay. I ain't got a problem with it. But no, let me look through these. Let me look through the Grammys list, honey. That's a big ass title, child. Who they be having writing at the shade room? Anyway, let me stop being shady. Let's look at these. Let's look at these lists. And by the way, these are black artists only. Sorry. Ooh, child, not I did a hiccup. Because that's all we care about. No offense. But offense. Best rap performance, we got Family Ties. That's Baby Keem, Kendrick Lamar. Up Cardi B. Cardi B still getting, oh wow, she's still getting nominated for that. It was a bop, but like, come on now. My Life, J. Cole, Way Too Sexy, Drake, thought shit. I think Drake might get this. I think Drake is definitely going to dominate the award. They give him a Grammy he's becoming those artists that, you just get an award for showing up and hopefully he'll perform. Like, weird. Anyway, best melodic rap performance. What the hell is that? I never heard of that category, but hey. Need to Know, Doja Cat. Doja Cat is definitely taking that industry, baby. Melodic. I don't know. I think Doja Cat might get this one. I'm sorry, Lil Nas, because nothing. Yeah. Hurricane. Now, see, Hurricane is my song. That's off of Kanye's Donda album. See, I don't know about this. I can't wait to figure out who's gonna win that one. Best rap song, we got Bath Salts, DMX, Best Friend, Sweetie. Oh, shout out to Sweetie. Shout out to motherfucking Sweetie. Y'all coming for her because she got Best New Artist, even though she's not a new artist, honey. She's been around for like what, 3 years now? 2 years, give or take. But I'm still here for her. Look, I love me some Sweetie. Jail, Kanye West, My Life, J. Cole. Okay, best rap song. Okay, I don't know. I feel like they might give it to Sweetie because I feel like Best Friend was, I don't know any of, I know these other songs, but like I don't know these other songs. Like Best Friends, that was a whole bop. Best rap album, we got Off the Season, J. Cole, Certified Lover Boy, King's Disease, Nas, Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler Creator, and then Donda. Now Kanye West and Drake just reconciled, Kanye West and Drake just, piece things up. But I don't know if either one of them wins, there might be some shit. I don't know who's gonna get that one, but I'm hoping it's Donda. I particularly, and this is an unpopular opinion, I particularly like Donda better than Certified Lover Boy. I just really couldn't connect with Drake's album there. We got best R&B performance. You Lost, Preach It, Peaches, Justin Bieber, Damage Her, Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic, Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings. Oh, she did come out with a new album. I didn't listen to that. I need to listen to it. Well, yeah, don't know who's gonna get that one. Oh, look at Justin Bieber. He's so happy he got like a little R&B. He got an R&B category. Oh, anyway. Best traditional R&B performance. I Need to Know, John Batiste. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know. Her better win. Her better win. Best R&B song, Damage. Damage. That was that damn song. I fucking love that song. Yeah, she better win that one. Sorry, SZA, Good Days. Best progressive R&B. So now these categories is getting real creative, but hey, yeah, I don't know none of these people. And then we got okay, so fine, we got the important stuff. Record of the year, we have I Still Have Faith in You, AAB, ABBA, Freedom, John Batista, Get Kicked Out of You, Tony Bennett and Gaga. Oh, they did their album again, Peaches. It's a lot of people. First of all, I hope Monterio wins. Call Me by Your Name. That needs to, Lil Nas X needs to come on with at least 1 or 2 Grammys. That's all I know. Album of the year. Okay, we got Planet Her. That's what's up. I hope Doja win. Donda, Monterio. I want Monterio to win, but I feel like they're gonna give it to Olivia Rodrigo. I just have I just feel like they're gonna give it to her in Song of the Year. Mm. I mean, this is gonna be an interesting. I mean, this is. You know, I'm just going through the list as I'm talking. I think it's gonna be interesting Grammy Awards. You know, definitely some performances. I want to see Lil Nas X perform again. Like, give us like one little last performance for the, for the Monterio era. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Doja Cat could come on and do something. Adele definitely needs to do something. And people was really, let's get into some of these little think pieces, child, because there's people that's, oh, Adele didn't even get one nomination. I'm like, girl, didn't her album come out like a couple days ago? I'm sure she's gonna get awarded next Grammys. Calm down. But also, I think her has like 8 nominations, which is very interesting, and I love that. And I just hate how people are saying, "Oh, what is she doing to get it?" Like, "Oh, her father is a part of the Grammy committee and this and that." And the third. I'm like, y'all some hating assholes. Because let's be very clear, a lot of your favorite artists, label managers, whatever you want to call it, kiss ass so that their artists can get awarded. So don't sit there and tell me that, oh, she didn't deserve the 8 nominations. Girl, her deserves it. Okay. And they only do this to the black artists. And I'm gonna just say that. I'm gonna just say what it is. I'm just saying they only do it to the black artists. Every other artist has connections. Okay. Do I need to run the list of these damn white artists that had connections? Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande, your favorite, Olivia Rodrigo, they all had connections. Like, let's be clear. Just because somebody's in a Grammy committee, like, I'm sure they have like certain ethics where it's like, okay, this might be a person of interest. Maybe you shouldn't be a part of the a part of us deciding on whether her should be nominated for this or not. Like, I'm pretty sure protocol is being protocol. Let's be clear. And I don't think she's gonna come home with all 8 awards, but she's definitely gonna come home. I want her to, 3 or 4, maybe. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna because her is she. I love her. Love her. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I really hope you enjoyed this episode and all that good stuff. I think this is it for the year. So I'm going to have to say Merry Christmas to my listeners, Happy New Year's, and Happy Hanukkah, whatever's going on with you guys and your beliefs and all that good stuff. Just happy holidays. Okay. Happy holidays. It's Black Friday. I done got me a TV, child. I'm going to put that in once I come back from school for winter, and I'm probably gonna binge watch the new Hawkeye show. I'm not gonna watch Hawkeye. I'm not gonna watch it every week because I'm tired. I don't want to do it to myself. I'm gonna wait until like the end of my semester, and then I'm gonna just go on my TV, hook up my little new TV, and binge watch the shit. Okay, and then I'll come back with how I feel about it. I might do a panel discussion if my peeps on YouTube want to are into like MCU stuff. But without further ado, that's it. You know. Hope you enjoyed the combo. And until next time, your host, Darren Green, and this is The Darren Green Show signing out.